Hi everyone and welcome back to Cook and Share. Today we're making steamed buns, or in Filipino, Siopao. Now this is a video we had previously done, but we're going to do it again just to make it a little bit simpler and easier for you. So let's begin with our ingredients. For the dough, we have instant yeast, sugar, salt, vegetable oil, water, and all-purpose flour. And the ingredients for our filling are garlic, onions, star anise, which is totally optional, but we like the flavor, brown sugar, soy sauce, pepper, diluted cornstarch, carrots, green onions, and the vegetables are totally optional too, whatever you have in the fridge, and ground pork. The first step is to activate the yeast by adding it to the warm water. Now this water is about 110 degrees. Now add about a tablespoon of sugar to it and give it a stir until it's well combined. Next, we'll put it in a warm place for about 10 minutes until it becomes foamy and bubbly. While we're waiting for our yeast, we're going to combine our salt with the all-purpose flour and whisk this well until it's well combined. After about 10 minutes, our yeast is nice and frothy and bubbly, so we know it's activated. Now we're going to add it to the all-purpose flour, along with the vegetable oil, and we're going to mix this until a dough forms. Until it's just about like this. Next, I'm going to flour my surface, place the dough on, and I'm going to knead this until it becomes nice and smooth and elastic. The dough is just about like this. It has some elasticity and it doesn't stick to my hand, so this is perfect. Next step, we're going to add some vegetable oil just in the bottom of a bowl. And I'm going to take the brush and brush it around so it's nicely covered. Add the dough to the bowl. Next, I'm going to cover this with saran wrap. I'm going to set this aside in a warm place for about an hour until it doubles in size. The next step is to add some cooking oil to a preheated pan. Put in the onion, the garlic, and saute these until they're fragrant. After they're fragrant, that nice aroma fills the air, we're going to add the pork and saute it until it's nicely browned. After the pork is browned, we're going to add our carrots, the green onion, and stir and fry for a few minutes. After about 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to season with soy sauce, brown sugar, pepper, and I'll give this a stir. Next, we'll add the star anise, water, and we'll allow this to simmer over a low heat for about 5 minutes. Next, we'll add the diluted cornstarch, and I'll stir until the sauce thickens. Next, I'll turn off the heat and allow this to cool down completely. After about an hour, the dough has risen and doubled in size, and we're just going to give this a punch or tap just to release the air. Now we're going to cut this into 4 pieces. Now we're going to remove each piece and place it onto a floured surface and form it into a log. Now we're going to cut the log into 2, form it into a ball, just about like this. So we're going to repeat this process for the rest of the dough. And I'm going to press it down with my palm. Next, I'm going to roll this out until about 5 inches in diameter, until it's just about like this. Now take note, if you look at the center, it's a little bit bulkier and there's a little bit more there. That's simply because if you don't leave a little more in the center, the filling will leak out. Next, I'm going to place it in the palm of my hand. Add about a tablespoonful of filling into the center. And I'm going to start by pulling one of the edges up and the next edge and tucking under. So it's just a process of pull and tuck until it goes completely around. And as I'm doing this, I'm making sure I'm pushing the filling back down into the center. Now after I'm finished, I'm going to give this a pinch and twist it around until it's completely sealed. And if you find any leaking edges, just make sure you push down on it. And this is just about perfect, just like this. And set this aside on wax paper and repeat this process for the rest of the mixture. Now another thing you can notice, now that we're making the Siopao or preparing the Siopao, they're actually rising. Now that we have all our Siopao prepared, we're ready to steam. Next step, we've prepared our steamer and we're going to place the Siopao in. And we're going to place a cheesecloth over. Now you can use any kind of cloth you want, but we use a cheesecloth. And place the top on. And we're going to allow these to steam over a medium-low heat for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, our Siopao is done and we're ready to serve.
Yeah.
Next, for a bonus on this recipe, we're going to teach you how to make our own homemade sauce. So we begin by adding some water to a saucepan. Soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic powder. Now if you want, you can use fresh garlic, onion powder, pepper, star anise, the diluted cornstarch, and stir until the sauce thickens. When the sauce thickens, we're ready to serve. And here's our Siopao with homemade sweet dipping sauce. Incredibly delicious, you're going to love this. For more information on this recipe and more cooking tips, visit our website at www.filipinocooking.net. And as always, have a wonderful day and enjoy.